Good evening, everybody. I want to thank every one of you for joining me tonight. Welcome to the Investors Forum webinar. Welcome to the Investors Forum webinar. As you all know, we've been running this forum for the last 3 months now, and thousands of people and hundreds of people have joined us, and they've learned about this great opportunity that we are now offering Nigerians. And this is an opportunity that everybody must be part of. This is an opportunity that is set to revolutionize the oil palm industry in Africa and also in Nigeria. Like I used to tell the story is dated, the story of oil palm is dated far back in 1960, when Nigeria, which happened to be the native home to palm trees, used to be very dominant in the palm oil market. We were the champion of the oil market back in the days. But gradually, as we discover crude oil, we begin to lose interest in this area of agriculture, and we begin to lose interest in our palm trees. However, some country took over that industry. Country like India, country like Malaysia, country like Indonesia took over this industry, take advantage of it, and today they produce the 60% global consumption of oil palm. And the beautiful thing about oil palm that you all need to know, that everything about this particular tree is money. The leaves is money. If you will be surprised or you'll be shocked to know that your broom, which many of us used to sweep our home, which is now also very dominant in the United Kingdom and the United States and Canada, broom is all over the world right now, is also gotten from palm tree, just to say that. Then if you talk about the shell, you know, is also money. The tree itself, the palm wine that you drink, palm wine that you drink is also from palm tree. So a lot of use case value for this particular tree that we are talking about, and is leading the market right now when it comes to commodity. It's one of the biggest commodity globally in the market. And today I'm going to unravel how you can tap into this wealth, how you can be part of this global industry, how you can begin to invest profitably into this industry, and yet, listen, yet you don't need to go to farm, you don't need to plant it yourself, and yes, you can own thousands of hectares of this plantation that we are talking about. And that's why I'm here tonight to discuss the oil palm revolution, how you can be part of this particular industry. So I want to welcome every one of you. My name is Dr. Micheal Adeyemi, and I am the CEO and co-founder of RealtorMax Project International, a foremost real estate company in Nigeria that is revolutionizing the real estate industry in Nigeria and Africa at large. We came into the business and we are reshaping how the business is being done, from land banking to building home, to selling homes, to commercial real estate, to agro real estate. We are becoming a force in this particular industry. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I started my journey as an entrepreneur far back 2005, and I started my journey in sales and marketing, and I work with thousands. I work with a lot of companies, to never say thousands. I work with a lot of companies. Some of them are actually Fortune 500 companies, international companies that came to Nigeria, settled down, and some of us work with them as a freelance, And I did this for over 15 years, working with this company as a salesperson. And I've also ventured into businesses like farming. I've ventured into businesses like fashion. I used to do bespoke suits some years ago, and yes, I also went into that business, and I did a lot. I accomplished a lot in that business. And I left that business. Then I switched also into shoes, male shoes and all that. Then I did that. Then, of course, still continuing my sales and marketing business. And later begin to do consulting for entrepreneurs, where I teach entrepreneurs how to start their own businesses and make money from home-based businesses. And I also did that, then begin to build teams and businesses across Africa, up to Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, DRC, Congo, Ghana, Cameroon. And today we build a large pool of people, entrepreneurs who have been mentored and empowered into building their own home-based businesses all across Africa, with record of people becoming multimillionaires in their journey of entrepreneurship. So I've been in the field helping thousands of people. And when we decided in 2022 that we're going to set up a real estate company, we decided to do this not because we were hungry, not because we are just starting out, looking for what to do to make money. No, we started because we have a vision to provide affordable, technologically advanced homes to Nigeria, because we saw a deficit. There's a deficit, a 24 million deficit in the housing sector. That's a huge number. And like I used to say, even if governments say they want to solve that problem, the sitting president cannot even do it in 8 years. And that's to tell you how big that is. So it needs entrepreneurs and private sector to come in and support the government in providing affordable homes to people. And we saw this gap, and we believe that we could do better in this industry. And coupled with the fact that some of us have traveled wild and we have seen what is happening outside Nigeria. And for example, personally, I'm a pro-Nigerian. Every time I travel out of this country, I see things happening, and I tell myself, I used to tell myself, we can do this in Nigeria. We can replicate it in Nigeria. I've visited so many estates out of this country, and I will tell myself this is possible in Nigeria. Because yes, Nigeria have the manpower, we have the population, we have everything, we have the resources to make a lot of great things happen in this country. And that's why we saw an opportunity in the real estate sector, and we decided to put ourselves together and start a company called RealtorMax. And today, just in 4 years, less than 5 years, we are already a leading company, fastest growing company, not only in Nigeria, but also in Africa. And currently we are being invited to Kenya to come and start, but we are the one telling them to just calm down. We are still in Nigeria. We don't want to expand internationally too fast. We have been invited in Kenya. We have been invited in Cameroon. Yes, I have 2 people inviting me to come and do something in Cameroon at the moment, and also in Nairobi in Kenya. But of course, we are going to go all through Africa. We are going to, establish all around Africa. But right now, we are currently building Nigeria. We are building it back home, solid and strong. And we are happy that many of you here today, some of you partially have been part of us. You've seen the great work we are doing. And we want, and we also need your support for us to achieve more. And thank you for partnering with RealtorMax. However, if you're coming here for the first time, I want to welcome you, and I want to dive straight into the business of the day. But before I go ahead tonight, I just want to do a little caveat. Okay, I want to do a little caveat. Skylar, can you help me with my slide, please? So I want to do a little caveat. So if you are here tonight, it is important that you pay attention to what I'm about to say, because this is very important when it comes to investment. A lot of people, when they hear about investment, they see it as a get rich quick scheme. Okay, they see it as somewhere I put some money today, and in a short while, I'm already, cashing out. The language called cashing out is very common with ordinary people. Why? Because they don't understand the rudiment of investment. They don't understand how investment works. They don't understand how money grows, how you build wealth, how you expand wealth. Yeah, I'm not saying every investment has to be a long term. There are short term investments. And I'm going to give you an example. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and one of the things he told me was that, Mike, he also had this friend of his who sold a house in Banana Island for 14 billion naira. All right, he sold a property, not even a house, a property. I think landed property in Banana Island for 14 billion. I don't know how many hectare the land is or how many acre it is, but the guy sold it for 14 billion. And instead of the guy to take the money to go and buy something else or buy another land or something, what he did was to take the 14 billion and take it to an asset management company, if a fund management company, yes, a financial house. So he gave the money to them and they begin to manage the money for him. And guess what? Every month they only pay this guy 3% of the 14 billion. And that 3% is 420 million naira every blessed month. So it means that his money is producing, how much is that? His money is producing about 5 billion per annum. All right, it's 14 billion, it's producing about 5 billion per annum. Yeah, that is using cash now to leverage. All right, using his cash to leverage. Now, but how many of us in this room have an idle 14 billion? Okay, how many of us have idle 14 billion? Now, that person investing 14 billion is already a multi-billionaire. Okay, now let's look at me and you. Some of us are multi-millionaires. All right, so how can we multiply our money to become billions? Now, one of the steps you need to take is to master how to use your millions to acquire assets that you can dispose in the future that will give you billions. Okay, because that man probably have bought that property in millions far back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. All right. So he bought it 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. I don't know when he bought the property, but today he's selling it for 14 billion. Now, maybe perhaps he bought it for 100 million naira. Maybe perhaps he bought it for 500 million naira, even maybe a billion as at that time, which might not even be up to maybe 300 million. Today he's selling for 14 billion. And another guy was saying, oh, he dropped 1 billion on a landed property 1 year ago. He dropped 1 billion naira on a landed property 1 year ago because a partner friend of his was to start developing an estate in a particular region in Nigeria. And he dropped 1 billion on the guy's table and said, take 1 billion and go and what? Go and run business for me. Go and develop the estate you are developing. And the guy started developing the estate. And guess what? In a space of 1 year of developing that estate, the land they invested on, when he invested 1 billion, they gave him 100 plots of land. Hey, now listen, you can divide 1 billion by 100. Okay, so we are talking about 10 million naira per plot. Now, that 10 million naira per plot today, a plot of land in that same place is selling for 80 million. So if you multiply 80 by 100, that is already 8 billion naira. 8 billion naira. So that is just within a space of 1 year only. So I'm not saying there are no short-term investment, but for you to be able to make good money in short-term investment, you must have a lot of money. All right. But what if what you have today is 10 million? What you have today is 20 million, 50 million, 100 million. Well, I'm going to show you how to also multiply that money, that in the next 10 years today, in the next 5 years, 10 years today, that money is already talking about 500 million. Your 100 million is already saying 500 million, if not more. So, and that's what we are going to be talking about today. So, but because of us having a general understanding and be in the same mindset and mind frame, all right, I would like to put this caveat out there. So let me have my next slide, please. I'll have to put this caveat out there for everybody to know that one, this is a long-term wealth and cash flow opportunity. All right, you must take note of that. Next, so this is a cash flow opportunity. So if you are here tonight, yeah, you can go to the next, go to the next, go to the next. Okay, so the opportunity is not for you, ladies and gentlemen, if you fall within this category. Number one, you are uncomfortable with calculated informed risk and expect zero uncertainty. You are looking for get-rich-quick scheme. Please, this is not for you. You believe in money doubling platform, Ponzi schemes, unrealistic promises, MMM, and the rest of them, not for you. You believe every structured business opportunity is likely to be a scam, then this is not for you. You depend on others to make basic financial decisions. You are not interested in securing your financial future or legacy. This is not for you. Next. This is not for you. So this money is my children's school fees. Okay, and let me quickly put it in. All right, let me put it in. And when I put it in the next 3 months, 6 months, I can come and collect it back. This is not for you. So you lack patience for long-term value creation and sustainable wealth building. Please do not subscribe to this. You have no plan for retirement, okay? Because what we are building here is also a retirement plan. Like I used to say, I will never have to work for money when I'm 50. But that is dependent on the investment I make today. That's dependent on what I do today with my money, all right? So whatever I do today with my money will determine if I'm going to work at 50 or not, if I'm going to rest at 50 or not, okay? So you have no plan for retirement, asset ownership, or long-term income security, then this is not for you. You prefer speculation over ownership, okay? You have never think of owning anything of your own in your name, all right? You like speculations, okay? You know, all this fly by the night, hot briefcases opportunity. Now, this is not for you. You are unwilling to study, ask intelligent questions, and think strategically. This might not be for you. But the big question now is, who are the people that are supposed to be part of this? Who are the people that are supposed to be part of this? Next slide, please. Who are the people that are supposed to be part of this? Okay. So who are the people that should partake in this? Moses, I would need you to be very fast with this slide, please. We don't have much time. Please, you need to be fast with the slide. So if you are an investor who understands calculated risk and long-term rewards, this is an opportunity for you. You believe wealth is built and it's not rushed. This is for you. You are interested in real asset, real production, and real value creation. This is for you. You think in 5 to 10 years, all right? Horizon, not overnight result. This is for you. You want to beat inflation. With the way inflation is happening in Nigeria, I bet you some people might not be able to afford Lagos in the next 2 years with the way things are going, with the way things are happening. All right. So you want to edge against inflation. You want to beat inflation, currency erosion, and economic uncertainties. You want to beat all of that. You should be investing in this opportunity tonight. So you are serious about building assets for yourself that can outlive you. Okay. The Bible says a good father and a good mother leave an inheritance for their own children. You want something that will outlive you, that will be there, okay, even after you are gone. Then this is for you. Next slide. I remember a lady was telling us a story in one of our events, and she said her grandfather died even before she was born. And the lady I'm talking about is, I think she's 44 this year, all right? 44 or 45 this year. She said her grandfather died before she was born, but her grandfather owned so many houses in Lagos, and those houses are still on rent till today. And whenever they rent those properties, some of them are commercial, some of them are residentials. Whenever they rent those property out, they still share money for her as a grandchild. So you can imagine. So That's the kind of father that we want to be. That's the kind of mother that we want to be. So if you are open-minded, willing to learn, and able to make informed financial decisions, this is also for you. You understand the power of early positioning in high growth sectors. A lot of people don't understand this. We're always with the opinion that, okay, I'm going to wait. Let me watch them first if they will last. Let me watch them if they will survive. Okay, if you are waiting if we are going to survive, I'll be very honest with you, we have already survived. Okay, this is not one of those things. It's not a fly by the night of briefcase opportunity. This is here to stay. This is an opportunity that we have created to shape Nigerians and change the life of Nigerians. All right, so this is not a speculation. This is real opportunity. This is real opportunity, and the right time to start, to join us, is now. All right, by the time we begin to harvest, you are coming in the next 2 years, you are coming in the next 5 years. By then we're already harvesting, so people are already earning. The price we are selling today is not the price we are going to sell in the next 10 years. Now, somebody told me and said, oh, I will buy 1 acre, so I will wait. When you people start paying me in the next 4 years, that is when I will now come and buy more. And I told the person, I said, so you believe that the price of this product will still be the same in the next 5 years? Is that your belief? Do you believe that in the next 5 years that the price will still be the same? Now, if that is your belief, then you might be wrong. Okay, because in the next 5 years, in the next 4 years, a land that is selling for 5.5 million today will definitely be selling for 25-30 million. So it's no longer the same. The investment is going to cost you more. And this is the right time for you to plug in and key into the program. So you are ready to take responsibility for your financial future. I say this is for you. Then the next thing I want to say now is another caveat. This caveat is to let you know, as an investor, okay, maybe you are a billionaire, you are here with us tonight, or you know a billionaire that is willing and ready to invest with us. Let them understand, for all our realtors, let them know that this organization operates under strict confidentiality policy. We operate under strict confidentiality policy, absolute privacy. So RealtorMax operate a private capital model where all investors are treated as confidential partners. We guarantee 100% confidentiality of investors' identity, no public disclosure of participation, no use of investor name for marketing or credibility, no publication of investment involvement, no association without written consent. Investor detail remains strictly restricted to authorized internal governance and legal compliance where required by law. So you are not going to see us go around, all right, and using your name to parade on social media or on the internet so that we can use you to attract more investors. The answer is no. But do we welcome referrals? Yes. Can you personally on your own refer us and say, oh, I purchased 10 acres of this project, so can you also talk to my friend? Can you talk to my brother? He can also invest. You are doing that with us on your own terms. Okay. If you now say, oh, you can use me, I'm a credible person, you can use me for marketing under a serious arrangement and agreement, then you can now sign an agreement with us and say, oh, I am allowing you people to use my image to promote your product. Okay. But anything out of that, we keep you under a very strict private policy, confidential policies. So many of you might be wondering, RealtorMax is a real estate company. So how come you are now planting palms for people? Now, that's very simple. Yes, we are a real estate company. And like I said, we have been around for the last 4 years. So, and last year, 2025, we begin to see a bigger opportunity in this area. And what brought about we also having an agro real estate project in our project. The reason is that we were selling land for people. We are currently creating massive estate project right now. I'm going to show you some of the estate that we are currently building. And while we were creating this estate, we're allocating land to people. We realized that people get into the land, they buy the land, yes, they pay for the land, we allocate them. After allocation, everybody just go away. And you see the land is just there, lying down. Yeah, those are residential estates. So we started thinking, why don't we create a project that people will not only invest in land banking, but as they are investing in land banking, the land is also becoming a money-making machine that is paying them on a daily basis. And that was the reason why we decided to create the Real project. All right, where one, you are involved in real estate by investing in land banking because the land is yours 100%. And secondly, we are putting an asset on the land, which is your palm tree. Okay, let me give you an example. I own a 5-acre land somewhere, and when I acquired that land, I saw a lot of palm trees on the land. So I told the people that sold the land for me, I said, when I want to clear this land, I don't want anybody to touch these palm trees at all. Just leave them alone. Don't uproot them. And I have about 30 of them on this 5-acre of land, just 30 units. And I told one of the locals, I said, can you dress the head of this palm tree for me? Remove all the what's it called? The parasite leaves that are on them, clean it up for me. And they did that. And that was late last year. And guess what? This year, they have harvested that palm tree twice. Twice this year. One was in February, early February, they harvested. And they gave me a 25-liter of palm oil. Now, the palm kernel, it is theirs, they took it away. The shaft and everything, other things they got from the palm oil, they take it away, but they give me 25 liters. To my greatest surprise, I'm just coming back from site today. I visited one of our sites, and I branched over at that project. And the local called me and said, sir, I've been trying to reach you on the phone. There's already harvest that we did. I want you to come and see. And I got there today. The whole ground was full with heap of palm fruit that they've just harvested again. And the man told me, by the time we do this one and we prepare it finish, we should be able to get you, let's say, almost 50 liters and a half, if not 25 liter, if not 50-liter keg. We should be able to get you 25 liter, 2 kegs, or 1.5. So in my head, I started thinking, what they gave me previously is selling right now in the market for around 58, 60,000. So by the time they give me this other one now, it's going to sell for around the same price. If I had it together, that's over 100K, all right? Just within the space of 2. And I'm going to harvest from now to the end of the year. And that is palm oil only. So we look at it and said, if people now have a standardized palm trees planted on their 1 acre of land, how will it look like? All right, it become an asset where they make serious money. So, and that's why we decided to venture into this. Now, ever since we started our journey in the real estate, we've gained recognitions and we've partnered with reputable organizations that recognize, even with the government. We are part of the Legal Estate Regulatory Authority, Real Estate Regulatory Authority, RERA. If you go to their website at the moment, you are going to find us there. We are there. We are part of REDAN as well. We are part of REDAN, so we are also there. We are a member of REDAN, Real Estate Developer Association of Nigeria. And of course, we have strategic partnership with other organizations as well. Then we partner with a lot of banks in Nigeria, Zenith Bank, our partners, Wema Bank, our partners, Eco Bank, our partners, Providence Bank, our partners. So we are a credible organization. We are also known and recognized by the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission of Nigeria. Why? Because they have certified us, giving us what we call the SCUMU certificate to show that, yes, we are not a money laundering, we're a legitimate organization running legitimate businesses. And in 2023, 2024, respectively, we are also recognized as one of the fastest growing real estate company. And in 2025, we were also recognized as one of the companies, top 60 company in Africa and in Nigeria to look out for 2026. And I will tell you, we are already achieving great things in this organization. So, and that is why we are the best. We are the right company to partner with. Because when you partner with RealtorMax, your mind is at rest. We fulfill our promises. We do what we say we are going to do. Next slide. We do what we say we are going to do. All right. We don't just sell lands to you, but we deliver. Why is that so? Because we have two things: vision and mission. Our mission is to help individuals realize their dream of home ownership. At the same time, we are facilitating wealth creation through real estate investment. That's why we are bringing you this opportunity of palm plantation, because we want to facilitate wealth creation through real estate investment, transgenerational wealth. We are not just thinking about wealth that you have now and tomorrow is gone. We are thinking about wealth that you are going to transfer to your family. Number two is our vision to build sustainable, eco-friendly homes and technologically advanced cities across the globe. All of this we have done. All right, and we are doing at the moment. So we are driven by vision and mission. And we have also put together some values that are guiding our businesses. The core value that guide our business, number one, is excellence. So we uphold the highest industry standard in service delivery. If you go through our project, if you go through what we do, you'll realize that yes, we might not be perfect, but we are close to perfection, making sure that we deliver at the best industry and the highest industry standard. We execute, we deliver results beyond expectation. And of course, we are enterprising. The goal is that every of our investor must make profit. Every of our investor must make profit. Empowerment, we promote financial inclusion and independence. Integrity, we build trust through transparency. All of these are the things guiding us in our own business. So when you partner with us, be sure we are people of integrity. When you partner with us, we are people of excellence. We will execute and we ensure that you make profit. Over the last 4 years of establishing this company, we are proud to tell you that we have created products such as Aje, the Wealthy Resident, which is located in the Bejuleki area of Lagos. The Bejuleki area of Lagos is the new Miami of Nigeria. It's the new Miami of Africa. And why am I saying so? Over 200 billion US dollar investment is sitting in that corridor already. And that is where Aje, the Wealthy Resident, is majestically sitting down. It's an high profile product. You know, it's not a cheap product, all right, because the lowest plot in Aje, the Wealthy Resident, is selling for 32 million naira at the moment, all right, and the land is not even enough to sell, so very few quantity is remaining. We have Pacific Luxury Court in Shimawa in Ogun State. Pacific Luxury Court in Shimawa, Ogun State, is selling for 7 million at the moment, just behind Redeemed Church, where we have a lot of estate company like Adron have over 14 projects in that axis alone. Then we have Real, which is located in Ajibo, Ogun State, which is what we are talking about right now. RealtorMax Industrial and Agro Layout Palms project, Ajibo in Ogun State. Then we have Urban Mass, our prestigious Urban Mass, a 500-acre of land development currently going on. We have Luna Luxury, Obafemi Woody as well, a 120-acre of luxury estate development also going on. We have Sunset Boulevard, another 120 acres of land going on right now. So with over 2,000 customer base, we believe that we are already helping people to achieve their dream of home ownership. Over 2,000 clients across all our projects. Next slide, please. So who are the people behind this business? Who are the people behind this organization? The people you are seeing on my screen right now are the people that are behind this particular organization. We have various departments at RealtorMax. First of all, we have the operation, which is headed by the COO, the admin and the operations headed by the COO, Madam Blessing Adeyemi. We have strategy and planning, business development department, handled by Mr. Adewale Omitiron all the way in Canada. We have the HR department, which is handled by Mr. Samuel Awoti Debe. Then we have the account department, handled by Mr. Umubu Ugochukwu. Then we have also the legal team. We have the legal. The legal is also there. Legal team handled headed by Madam Anne Abbey. We also have sales and marketing, which is being added by Mr. Brain Ezin, and we have site operation and construction, which is being headed by Mr. Adewale Oguntola Omitiron. And of course, we have myself being the CEO and the chairman of the company. So these are the team that are solidly ensuring that this company become, a dream come true for Nigerians. So, and today we are talking about REA project, and I want to welcome every one of you again. So the REA project is the largest integrated industrial and agro hub in Africa. And we are currently transforming a 5,000 acre with a vision to scale it to 50,000 hectares. So right now we are starting with 5,000, a palm plantation 5,000. And of course, our dream is to scale it to 50,000 hectares. We call it an Africa powerhouse for agriculture, industry, and wealth creation, which is positioned in Obafemi Owode, Ogun State, strategically between Lagos and Ibadan. And now, let me say this. A lot of people are also saying, oh, what if I don't want palm plantation? I just want something else. Okay? I don't want palms. I want something else. Yes. If you want something else, we have a land for that. I want to plant plantain. I just want a farmland. I just want a farmland that I will use to plant cassava. I just want a farmland I will use to plant ugu. I just want a farmland where I'm going to plant cocoa, plantain, and all of that. Yeah, all of these are also within the REA project. We have an area dedicated to that for REA project. So I have a lot of people also who are keen into that. It's okay, Mr. Palm, Mr. Mike, I want to do my own farming. I don't want to do palm tree, but I just want to run my own farming. I have a guy in the UK who bought 5 acres in Real and said, what I just want to do is cow. I want to rear cow. So, and I want to do plantain and all of that. And of course, we have a dedicated land for that. About 50 acre of REA project is dedicated for those people that want to have their own private farms, okay, to plant whatever they want. But REA palms is basically for palm plantation. So you cannot plant any other thing. You can't say, oh, I already planted I plant plantain, so I'm going to put some palm. If you are doing a private farming, we are not going to manage it for you. Manage it yourself. We'll give you that. Okay? There's a place dedicated for that already. So if you are now saying, oh, you want to be in our palm plantation that is managed by us, taken care by us, all you are saying is you sleep at home and you are making money. Okay? You sleep at home and you are making money. Then if you want that, then this is the opportunity for you as well. So the land is located in Obafemi Owode at Ajibo, about 10 minutes drive from Foursquare Church headquarters. All right. And this land, why is it important that you own a part of this land? It's very important you own a part of this land because the location is very strategic. When I say Ajibo, I'm talking about 35-minute drive from Ibadan. I'm talking about 35-minute drive from Lagos. And I'm talking about 35-minute drive from Abeokuta. It's at the center of 3 major markets with about 40 million consumers. All right, Lagos, Ogun, Ibadan corridors. Combine these 3 towns together, you are at the center. All right, a tableland, very fertile, that will give us a high yield potential. All right, and not only that, it is about 45 minutes from Lagos Seaport. So if we are exporting, we are very close to the seaport. It is 35 minutes from Ogun State Cargo Airport. Okay, so we are talking about a project that has a close proximity, easy logistic, close to customers and consumers. All right, and that is why you must be keen into this project. And I'm telling you today, a lot of people have been coming to me. I've been hearing this from a lot of our realtors and a lot of clients. And I got it cheaper. I tell them, look, if you get it cheaper, you can buy from them. All right. You cannot compare where somebody bought a land in Semeboda. Okay, it's Semeboda where development is not even going there in the next 20 years. You are not comparing that to a landed property that is 35 minutes from Lagos, 35 minutes from Ibadan. The price of the land cannot be the same. Don't forget what you are doing first of all. Don't be blinded by just the palm tree. What you are doing first of all is land banking. So as a smart investor, you must be thinking of fast appreciation of land. If I decide to liquidate my land tomorrow, my asset, and say, oh, real palms, I don't want the palm and the land anymore. I want cash. I'm in need of cash. You want to exit the plantation. How much value can you get? You have to think of that. You have to be strategic as an investor. It's not just about, oh, everybody shouting, oh, come and buy palm today. We have palm in Iseyin. We have palm in Oyo. We have palm in Semeboda. Come and buy. Everybody is shouting, come and buy. Yes. They might sell for 3.5 million. They might sell for 4 million. Oh, I got it cheaper. You can go buy from those who have it cheaper. But what we are selling here, one, we are selling value. We are selling landed properties that are fast appreciating. The land I'm talking about has a newly tarred road, a World Bank assisted project that just passed through the same land that we are talking about at the moment. All right, we have that right now. Okay, so, and now we are now building a lot of industry in the same real palms. There's going to be a resort in the same real palms. So we are talking about where the appreciation is nothing. You can't compare with anything. So we are talking about a project that is industrial combined with land banking, real estate, with agriculture. Okay, that by the time we are done with the vision 5 years from now, all right, you will be happy with yourself that you make such a wise investment. So I haven't explained all of that. Why the palm oil business? The palm industry stands as one of the most profitable and fastest agricultural sector in the world, and a vital pillar of global food security, industrial manufacturing, and renewable energy. It is currently valued at 70 billion. I can tell you for a fact, in 2024, they valued this industry at 70 billion. That is to tell you, it's an emerging market. It's an emerging market. When we say something is an emerging market, a market that is about to blow, okay, it's about to explode. And some people are already predicting that by 2035, it's going to go as much as over 100 billion in US dollars. And they are saying by 2030, it will hit around 98 billion and all of that. So that is to tell you how powerful it is. Okay, oil palm is the most efficient oil producing crop on earth, yielding up to 5 tons of oil per hectare. So an hectare is 15 plots. So when we say 5 tons, that's the oil it can yield. The palm fruit, it will yield 24 to 30 tons. So how much is a ton selling for in the market today? You can Google it. 1.5 million naira. Sometimes it goes as high as 1.8 million per ton. Multiply 1.8 million or 1.5 million by 5. That is for palm oil alone. I'm not talking about palm kernel oil. I'm not talking about palm cake for animal feed. All of this derived from the same product. I'm not talking about that. I'm just giving you an analysis of just the palm oil alone. So this is to tell you how powerful the market is for this. And the good news, ladies and gentlemen, next slide. The good news today that I want to tell you is that there is a huge deficit for the product in Nigeria. A huge deficit in Nigeria. Currently, right now, Nigeria have a deficit of 60%. 60%, meaning that the palm oil consumed in this industry, only about 40% is produced here. The rest of the 60% is imported. Go and check the import index for year 2025. You will see how much palm oil Nigeria imported back to this country. Okay, so you see all the information right there. So the oil palm already give us the study and the research shows that this particular product of farm produce is one of the most profitable. In fact, it's as profitable as the crude oil that they get from the sea that Nigeria and politicians are dying for today. Now, what are the derivatives? Because every one of us, we only know of palm oil, palm oil, palm oil. What are the other derivatives, things that they get from palm oil? We have the crude palm oil, CPO, extracted from the fleshy mesocap used in cooking oil, margarine, snacks, and food processing. That's your normal palm oil, okay? Then we have palm kernel oil, PKO, which they use in doing your vegetable oil. They use in doing soap. They use in doing medicine. Extracted from the seed, rich in uric acid, and ideal for cosmetics, soaps, and detergent. Many of the cream you rub, palm kernel oil is there. It will also shock you that your white vegetable oil that you use in cooking your food is also gotten from palm kernel. What are other fractions? Palm oil for frying and cooking, palm stearin for margarine and conventionaries, oil chemical used in pharmaceutical, personal care, lubricant, and bioplastic. So there are a lot. The shell, the fiber is even being used. The shell is being used for solar panels. Okay, for solar panels. The fiber is being used for a lot of things. And now you are talking about palm kernel cake. After we have extracted all the oil from the fruit and the kernel, then the shaft remaining is now called palm kernel cake, which is now also being used to produce animal feed, chicken feed, fish feed, pig feed, a lot of feed. All right, that's what they use. So all of these are derivatives that we can get. So a lot of people that are asking me, so Mr. Mike, is it only palm oil? So what are the other ways? Can you people meet up with this kind of money you are quoting? Can you people meet up with all of this? Yes, we can. Why? Because there are a lot of ways money is being made. And I'm going to tell you some things we have put in place that we are doing. All right. That is going to make this project a huge success. Now, next slide, please. Next slide. So, the market potential. Nigeria is the 5th largest consumer of palm oil globally. Domestic continue to exceed supply. The domestic, I've mentioned that before. The demand exceeds supply. Palm oil is used for cooking food, cosmetic, pharmaceutical, soap, industrial use, and also for export. Somebody asked me, so what is your plan? Are there off-takers? Are there... In fact, my own little one that they are bringing for me now, I was telling Mr. Esho today when we were coming, I said, I already have some people, some supermarket demanding for real palm oil. Because when we're launching the real palms, I brought in some supermarket owners who attended that event. And they were telling me, Mike, is your palm oil ready? And I'm telling them, no, wait, it's about to be ready. Now, I was telling Esho today that the one they are still bringing from my own farm, I'm going to start branding it already and start selling to the market. All right, we're going to get NAFDAC on them and push them to the market. Real palm is already going to the market. All right. Why the plantation that we are building is still, in progress. So we're already penetrating our market. And why are we doing this? So that by the time the big farm is ready for harvest, we don't need to look for customer. However, the demand for export is also too high. Globally, global demand is too high. People are looking for that product. So global market value is projected to hit 131 billion by 230. I'm talking about American US dollars. So imagine we are bringing this kind of money back home to Nigeria with the production. It's not even enough. Let 100 company focus on producing palm oil in Nigeria. The product will still sell. It's one of the most valuable commodities in the market at the moment. Next slide, please. So, and that is why as a smart investor, you must be ready to own. Be ready to own part of what? Of this business. Now, local market potential and key players. When we're starting our journey, we decided to look at, okay, if we say this thing is profitable with all our research and studies, who are the people already doing it? Aside from the locals, who are the people doing it and they are making it big? So we discovered two companies. Okomo Oil Palm Company PLC generated 75.11 billion naira in 2023. Profit after tax, 33.84 billion. In 2024, the generated revenue grew to 130 billion. Profit after tax was 52.5 billion. So you can imagine the kind of profit those companies are making. Presco PLC revenue generated in 2024 is 208 billion naira. In the first half of 2025, they hit 198 billion, almost what they made in 2024. So we're talking about big players already that are already doing it big right here in Nigeria. So we joining the league of these guys is not a bad idea. We, taking a little share of this market is not a bad idea. And you being the foundation of this market is also not a bad idea. Next. So it's not a bad idea. So you have to look at being part of this as a huge opportunity. Next slide, please. So how do you manage the plantation? Since you're a real estate company, those are the questions many of us might be asking. Yes, that is very simple, and that's why we have decided to seek a partnership with some great company. One of those companies is NIFO. NIFO is a company that have been here in Nigeria for 85 years. They are located in Benin City. We've visited their plant. We've seen what they are doing. And they are known for good agricultural practice when it comes to oil palm. In fact, they develop the most powerful seedlings ever seen that produces fruit in just 3 years. Gone are the day when you have to plant palm and you are waiting for 50 years to start producing. No, this one start producing in just 3 years. Okay, all right, because they are hybrid. They are hybrid species. We call them the Tenera species. So they are very hybrid. They start producing within a very short period of time. And they've been doing this for 85 years. All right. It's a research institute, Nigeria Institute for Oil Palm Research. That's what they do mainly. That's their job. So we seek partnership with this organization. And our goal is to always buy all our fruit from them, all our seedling from them that we plant on our own farm. So we have all of this understanding with this organization. They are the one that are supplying all the seedlings that we are planting on our site. Now, next. So a lot of people are also asking, have you started planting already? All right, next. These are just pictures of when we visited NIFO. All right. So a lot of people are already asking, when is the best? When are you starting? Have you started planting? We are starting our planting in May. All right, in May. So what we are currently doing right now is site preparation. But we are starting in May. In May is where we start planting, because by then rain is already falling. All right, rain is already falling. But now we are doing land preparation and all of that. So the best time to key in is now. So by the time we start planting massively, ladies and gentlemen, definitely the price also will not remain the same. So once we start planting, the price is not going to remain the same. Once we start building our project, the gatehouse and everything, the price will never remain the same. And that's why it is good that you key in now. All right. By May, we start planting seriously. So by that time, the price of this palm plantation will not be the same, because at that time, when anybody is coming, they are only buying what is already existing. All right, in the palm plantation already. So, but now is the best time for you to key in. Land sales, of course, are part of the way we are generating money. Processing our oil palm is another way we are generating money. And of course, we are also building, our own, we are building our own refinery as well. We are building our own refinery. So we are not going to harvest the fruit and give it to other company to refine for us. A lot of people have been asking if, oh, after you produce, will you give to a Okomo to buy from you, or will you give to what's their name, a Presco to buy from you? The answer is no. We are not doing that. We will be producing it ourselves. So, and because we are producing, we are setting up a 30-ton per hour production line where we mill all this oil, separate the palm kernel, separate the palm kernel oil, the palm cake, and the palm oil, package everything, send it to the market for sale. So because of that, we are also going to be saving a lot of money and making a lot of money. So we also have training and consultancy, which NIFO is going to be helping us with. Training and consultancy is also there as part of how we are going to be making money. Global export of palm products, how we are going to be making money, our revenue model. Then, what are the breed that we are going to be selling? We have we are going to be planting. We have Tenera hybrid oil palm, a high yield commercial hybrid widely used in industrial plantation due to its superior oil extraction rate, early maturity, and long productive lifespan. Then planting density. We are planting 60 palm per acre. Optimize spacing to maximize sunlight, nutrient efficiency, long-term yield stability, while allowing mechanized harvesting and efficient field management. So a lot of people have also been having issue with this. Oga, there's a company that said they will plant me 150 on 1 acre. And I laugh because, you see, before we came up with this project, we sat down and we did research. What is the best practice? So how do they thrive? What sustain the lifespan? What sustain the production? Okay. How do they grow very well? How do we tackle animal attacking them, pests attacking them? We did a lot of research. And when we move closer to experts in the field of palm plantation, everybody is saying, no, if you want to plant and you want to have the best is 60 per acre. Don't go beyond that. Don't add more. I've seen people walk up to me and say, 75 acre and 75 tree can even go on one. I say, okay, for us at RealtorMax, we are only doing 60 pounds per acre. 60 pounds per acre. So asset life, 30 plus years of cash flow. 30 plus, meaning that I'm not saying it's 30 plus. It even go as much as 70 years. Okay? It goes as much as 70 years. But we are saying conservatively, 30-year plus, of course, we are earning of cash flow. Once established, oil palm deliver reliable annual income for over 3 decades, supported by strong commodity demand and land appreciation. Palm enter commercial fruiting from the 4th year. Okay, enter commercial fruiting. So a lot of people have also been asking, if I invest into the palm today and you people plant in May, from May we start counting 1 year. So when we count 1 year, okay, so how do we do it? When do we start getting dividend and returns and all of that? And I have told everybody, at your 4th year, you start getting returns. At the end of your 4th year, you start getting return, because it's going to take 3 years for us to care for them, grow them, and ensure they start producing at the 3rd year. At the 4th year, we harvest, and of course, we start sharing money for everybody. Now, how much money can I make? Point number 1, 3 million net income per acre per year from your year 4. Based on low yield conservative pricing, actual return can be significantly higher than that. It can be higher because it's determined by the market. So the market today, you can go to the market today and a ton. Remember, an hectare will give us 5 tons of palm oil. So, and 1 ton is selling for 1.5 acres. So what it means is that an acre will give us 2.5. 2.5. That's what an acre. 2 ton to 2.5 per ton per acre. That's what is going to be giving us. So at 1.5, that's 3 million naira and some more. All right. So, however, the market can shoot beyond. We're only talking about palm oil now. We're not talking about other. So when the market is bigger or is higher, the value and the price in the market is higher, definitely. Because our business is open, I'm still going to go there because many of you are also thinking, so how do I monitor this? How do I know? We are coming up with an app. The app should be released by May. By May. The app should be released by May. We are putting all of these so you can monitor this investment. You can see what is going on. Transparency is key. Okay, you can see it. But what is the lowest I can do on 1 acre of land? Of course, 3 million naira net income per acre per year. So these figures represent the floor and not what? Not the ceiling. So these are projections that we have put together for this particular project. Next. So annual cash flow for over 30 years, inflation resistant essential commodity, vertical integration with in-house refinery. Like I told you guys, we are building an in-house refinery, multiple revenue streams, crude palm oil CPO, palm kernel oil PKO, palm kernel cake PKC, animal feed, strong domestic and export demand. So all of these are the ways we are generating revenue. We are selling all of this. Okay, and because we are building a refinery of our own, all right, that helps us to be able to separate all of these derivatives into different products. Okay, so imagine we are selling tons of PKO, palm kernel oil. Do you know what that means? Imagine we are selling palm oil, we are selling palm cake for those who are doing animal feed. Okay, like I told you, I know the importance of palm cake. Palm kernel cake. You know why? Because I have a feed manufacturing plant in my farm where I produce fish feed. All right, I produce fish feed, and this product is part of the thing we use. Pig feed is also being produced. Chicken feed is also being produced. These are part of the things being used. All right, to produce their food, and I know how expensive they are in the market. So all of these are the way the company is going to be generating resources and revenue. Next. So now this is the chart flow for the investment. Now, how much can I invest on per acre? Real is only selling per acre, so it's selling for 5.5 million naira per acre. 5.5 million naira per acre. So if you pay 5.5 million naira, this includes we planting it. It includes your land. It includes caring for it for the next 3 years. You are not doing anything at all. All right. Annual ROI 3 million naira. If you do that for 30 years, that's 90 million. Okay. So if you are 30 years today and you are investing, by the time you are 60, you are still earning. You are still earning from this project. If you are 40 today, you are still earning even at 70. If you are 50 today, you are still earning even at 80. If you are 60 today, you are still earning even at 90. If you are 70 today, you are still earning even at 100. It means your children upon children will keep earning from this. So I invest 5.5, I own 1 acre, I'm getting 3 million naira at my 4th year, I'm getting 3 million naira for the next 30 years. Okay, and that is at the lowest point. So when the market is higher, you get more than 3 million. So, but we are just saying with a conservative projection, this is what will happen to you. I don't want 1 acre, I want 5 acres. You are only investing 27,500 million and 15 million annual returns, 450 million in 30 years. 10 acre, 55 million is what I'm investing, 30 million annually, 900 million in the next 30 years. I'm doing 20 acre, 110 million naira, 60 million annually, 1.8 billion per 30 years. I'm doing 50 acres. Like I told some people, if you have an organization, you have a company of your own, buy 50 acres in the name of your company. You are a cooperative, buy 50 acres and more. You are a church, invest, buy 50 acres. Invest for the church, invest for the organization, invest for the cooperative, invest for your team. All right, 50 acres, 275 million naira. That's what it's going to cost. Remember, you are still the owner of the land. 150 million annually. All right, 4.5 billion in 30 years. Then 550 million. That's for 100 acres. 300 million and 9 billion in 30 years. 500 acres, we are only investing 2.75 billion. Now, let me give you guys something. Somebody invested for 14 billion, all right? So, and somebody invested 2.75 billion and it's earning 1.5 billion per annum. The other guy invested 14 billion is earning how much? That is 5 billion per annum. This person invested 2.75 billion is earning 1.5 billion per annum. 45 billion in 30 years. The person still owns the land, all right? So the land also is increasing and appreciating in value. The land you are buying for 2.75 billion today, in the next, with the palm tree, in the next 20 years, you are talking nothing less than 10 to 15 billion, all right, on that same land. All right, if not more than that, if not 30 billion by that time. So you are having land appreciation, you are having the project itself producing cash flow every year. So what of 1,000 acre, 5.5 billion, 3 billion naira annually, 90 billion in 30 years. That is at the conservative. By the time the market goes higher, you make more money. All right. Investor takes 70% of the yield income, while management company take 30%. So when we declare all the profits, you, the investor, you are taking 70% of the yield, while management company is taking 30% of the investment. So of the yield every year. So if, for example, your yield this year is 3 million naira, of course, the company take 30%, you take 70. If it's 5 million, the company take 30%, you take 7. If it's 8 million, all right, the company take 30%, you take 70%. So it's a win-win situation because we are the one managing and we are selling everything, all right, and you are seeing it on the table clean and clear. So we are building a 30-ton processing plant scalable to 120 ton per hour, which will be one of the largest in Africa. So, but we are starting with 30 ton. You can see what we have done here. We are taking it one at a time. So we are starting small to scale it into something bigger in future. Next. So imagine that project, the 30-ton processing plant sitting down majestically on real palm plantation. Now, that will also, because that's an industry now. Imagine this same industry is going to have a resort where every visitor that are coming to see the plantation, some are coming for studies, some are coming for training, some are coming for learning, some are coming for vacation resort just to come and see what you guys are doing in real palms. They are going to be lodging, accommodation, all of those stuff. So we are talking about how much your project is going to actually appreciate. So we process our own harvest instead of selling raw fruit. High margin through refinery and trading. Products that we'll be producing through the refinery will be producing crude palm oil, palm kernel cake. All right. The value chain alone that we control will give us about 20 to 50%, 20 to 50% in returns, in more money, in more returns. So, and that is to tell you all how beautiful this is going to be. So now, this is a strategic wealth positioning for smart investors. It is not a short-term trade. It's a generational asset. Land appreciation over time, predictable annual income. You are able to hedge and save your money against inflation. Look at what happened to many of us. The day Tinubu come to power and he says subsidy gone, all my money become nonsense. All the money I put in the bank, boom, devaluation happened. Dollar skyrocketed. Everything begin to happen. So you can defend your money against inflation by doing what? By investing in projects like this. Location and return timeline. Location concern. Now, let me talk about the fear that many of us, some of us will say, oh, I'm an Igbo man, no, I'm from Asaba, I'm from Enugu, I cannot invest in Lagos, I cannot invest in Ogun. Oga, calm down. Oga, calm down. What you need to understand is this plantation project is not a location base. That's number one. Either you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, it doesn't matter where you are, who you are, or where you belong to. Okay, this is not a tribal business. We are talking about an asset that will make you money. Okay, a property that will keep on appreciating, and of course, there is an exit plan for you at any time. All right, that you want to exit. I'm still going to talk about the exit. So investing is not location dependent. Similar to owning a bank shares anywhere in Nigeria, return is driven by asset performance and not proximity. Good. So if you are in Anambra, all right, your prayer is that the land that you invest on should keep appreciating in value. That's number one. You don't need to come there. Nobody even know that this particular portion of this plantation is owned by an Igbo man. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, because it's a consortium of people. It's like you buy shares in Zenith Bank. Nobody cares who owns Zenith Bank. Either it's a Delta man or an Igbo man. Nobody cares. Either I buy Fidelity. I don't care. In fact, it was recently when Obi become popular because of politics. I realized Obi is the owner of Fidelity Bank. I don't care who owns Fidelity. But all the bank of the account, many of the account of RealtorMax is in Fidelity Bank. What's my business with the owner? Is the bank good? Are they stable? Are they meeting up the requirement of central bank? If a yes is the answer, I put my money there, I'm safe. All right. So it doesn't matter if I buy shares of GT Bank today. I don't care if Yoruba man own GT Bank. My prayer is that GT Bank should keep on progressing and make more profit every year, so I can get more dividend every year. So what is the return timeline? Real agricultural assets require maturity time, not a get-rich-quick scheme or Ponzi scheme, built for long-term cash flow and wealth creation. Like I said, within 3 years, you begin to produce. At the 4th year, you begin to get returns. Now, location concern. Investment is not location. Okay, I've talked about this. The next. So, what about security, legitimacy, and operations? Land security. We have a survey completed on the land, deed of agreement executed, multiple legal searches conducted by us before we even begin to make sure that this land, though, is not under any government acquisition. It is free. So then operations, professional agronomists, experienced plantation managers. So we are bringing on board experienced plantation managers that will be working with us. They are the one preparing the site now for the business, structure, governance, and oversight. So we are, like I told you guys, we are creating an app that we are launching in May. This app is where you can buy any of our projects, monitor your investment as we are constructing on site, as we are planting and all that. You are seeing everything. Risk protection and market stability. Number one, as an investor, you must be a risk taker, because everything about the life of a man is all about risk. Everything about the life of a man is all about risk. Nigeria palm oil supply deficit is very strong, it's very big. There's a strong domestic demand, import substitution advantage, processor offtake agreement. So there are always people willing and ready to buy. Return structure, phase revenue model, intercropping for early income. Of course, we are also going to be doing something on that farm to make sure that we intercrop, maybe we'll put some pineapple there, just for us to make sure that, of course, we have money to manage the farm, all right, till our production fully begins. Secondary market pathways, there are a lot of things that we are going to be doing to make sure that, yes, this project is a huge success. Now, what if I want to exit? Okay, I want to exit. I'm not interested again. Yes, exit is after 10 years. Okay, exit window after 10 years. Company buyback pathway. So you don't need to go and look for buyers. You come to company after 10 years and say, I want to liquidate my investment. I don't want to continue again. I need cash. I'm vacating abroad. Sell my home for me. So what we just do is we value it at that time. If your land is worth 15 million at that time, we say, okay, it's worth 15 million. Your palm tree, what does it worth? We value it and we put everything together. We pay you off. You go your way. Investor transfer options. You can transfer to your family, to your children, to your grandchildren. You can buy for your grandchildren. You can buy for your wife, your husband. You can transfer to anybody you want to transfer to. Transparency, quarterly report. You're going to get an email quarterly report telling you how everything is doing. There's a digital dashboard on the app that we are creating for you. There's a digital dashboard where you have all of this. Independent audit. Okay, all of that can be done. Open site visitation. Once the plantation begins, you can always visit the site. You don't need Dr. Mike to be available. You can go there behind me. I've seen a lot of people that say, oh, we want to go to your estate. I say, go there now, go and see what's going on. When you get there, tell them you are a landowner within the estate. The security will allow you to go in. All right. So, and like I said, zero social disclosure policy. REA maintain a strict no social media presence rule for investors. We do not. We do not post investor online, announce participation publicly, tag or mention investor on any platform, share ownership structure, public testimonial without approval, use investor backing in promotional materials. All of this is a no-no for our project. So be rest assured you are safe, you are secured. Okay? So nobody's going to be using you or your name to campaign for any businesses, and you are very safe with us. Next. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, this is the point for action takers. I want to get started right away. Okay, I want to get started right away. That is the account number. Copy the account number, transfer your 5.5 million for 1 acre, your 11 million for 2 acres, your 27.5 million for 5 acres. You can, your 55 million naira for 10 acres, you can transfer to that account. Get in touch with the person who give you who invited you here. Get your form. All right. The moment you get your form, you fill it up. All right. You submit it back to that person or to the company and make your payment into this account. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're going to be closing here tonight. This is the opportunity for all investors who are ready and willing to get started right away. So at this point, I would like to take questions. I want to thank the 10 of us that joined this webinar for tonight. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So any questions? Any questions? Thank you, everybody. Question and answers.